Are y'all ready to do this? I know I am, because I'm tired of moving this stuff around in my house and I want it unpackaged and in my binders and albums on shelves. So here it is, an entire era, all in one, asterisk. I am still missing the, I think it was London and Paris fan sign cards. I have them on the way. I'm not waiting anymore. This is everything else. This is every other pre-order, fan sign, fan call. There's the tour cards are in here. This is everything. As close as I can get to everything without waiting like 3 more months to film this video. So let's get into this. Welcome back, everyone. This is finally the long-awaited Yves I Did era video, in which I bought every single card for the era. It's a lot, and I think I have enough album cards that I will have them for the rest of time now, so stay tuned if you happen to be interested in some album cards. Hint, hint, stay to the end of the video. You know, it's really funny that I've been trying to get everything for this video for so long, and I haven't even thought about how we're gonna do it. Let's start with albums, because I still have no idea what the insides of these albums look like, despite the fact that I've had some of these on hand for like 4 months. I haven't watched an unboxing of these. I don't know what they look like, so let's do that. Okay, so there were actually 3 different versions of her album this time. The international version actually had like a different cover on it, which I think is great. I'm glad we did that this time. So there's version 1, version 2, and then I think this is just version 3, or the overseas version. And I do actually have a copy of version 2 signed. I think this was through Hello 82, I think was doing these. And I got one of the albums. Figure out how to display that at some point. I'm not very good at displaying my signed stuff, if I'm being honest with you. I don't have a good way to do it that I'm happy with. I'll just be forever rearranging everything. So here's version 1 of the album. This is like the black and white version. And they are the same as the Loop era albums, but they're significantly smaller. Should I go get one to show you the size difference? Here we go. Here's Loop in comparison to I Did. So it's the same like format as the Loop era albums, but they're smaller, which I don't mind. Loop was kind of unnecessarily big for no reason. And they also put like a fun little design on the strip, which I really like. So normally it only comes with 1 of these card packs. I think pretty much all of these albums have like a various amount of card packs in them, because they were from my pre-order group order, and the GOM just sent me like all of them within the albums. So you get the little lottery ticket, you get 1 pack of cards, which is one of the suits. There is the little CD spinner again, so here is this version of the CD. And then there's just a bunch of like moods, and then it corresponds to music, songs, films, food, and emoji. Same form factor as last time. Stickers, again, let's do, I have so many of these. I'm not kidding. I don't know what I'm gonna do with all these. I think we're gonna have to make like collages or something. So here is the actual sticker page. And then there is Yves and I Did, which are huge. Like these are massive stickers. What am I gonna do with these? I don't know, we'll figure it out eventually. There is a little crossword puzzle. And then on the back, obviously I can't read that, but it's probably some kind of note from her. And then we have the photo book as well. And before we do that, there is a really strange sized poster. Like this is it. This is the size of the poster. You know, I feel like this might look actually really cool, like if you hung it on the side of your bookshelf. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that other than put it right back there for right now and worry about it later. Here is the first version photo book. So we have the track list. And then the lyrics around here. I do think the editing to her photo books is really fascinating. Like it's kind of like peak very artsy. As far as the music, which normally in unboxing videos, it's like, well, it just came out, so I don't really know. I've had a really long time to sit with this album. When did this even come out? Was it November of last year? I don't even remember anymore. It's been so long. I feel like it was either October or November because I remembering like pre-ordering and like events happening in November. But it was a while ago, so I've had a lot of time to think about this album and listen to it a ton because I think it's really good. I think if I had to compare it, I think I did more than I liked Loop. Like I like Voila a lot more than I do like Loop, so I think that helps too. So here's the inside of this one. Again, there's multiple of the actual card packs, which we will go through after we do the albums, because oh boy, there's so many of them. I'm gonna take them all out solely because I want to see the absolute insane number of album photo cards that I have sitting here. Lottery ticket again. The little CD thing is the same on this side, but the CD is different. Stickers are the same. Crossword is the same. Poster is different. I'm not going to figure out how to do this in any better capacity. And then photo book. So here's version 2 of the photo book. I think like my top 3 from the album are probably title track, Voila, Hashtag, and Dim. Like I think Hashtag is the one that's probably grown on me and is probably my favorite off of the album overall. And it was kind of like surreal to see Dim go viral, because like it's to the point where I have seen people who like don't know anything about K-pop or Yves or Luna just like using the song, and it's so weird. Like every time I'm like, one of my K-pop girls is viral. Although I will say my favorite edits that I've seen to the end of Dim is like all of the Luna edits, because I am in this orbit thing for life, so you know. Oh, you missed one page. There we go. Okay, and here is the overseas version, which does actually have a different cover as opposed to last time where it came with like a sticker on the outside of the packaging, and then I think it was just the letter that was different, wasn't it? Like the letter was in English. Oh, here's the inside cover. So again, very similar inclusions. Here is the CD, which is again different, which I think is cool. Lottery ticket, stickers, crossword puzzle is different. So here's, I assume they say the same thing. So here's what the actual thing says. Just like asking you to complete the crossword. How much do you know about Yves? And then there is the poster again. I think these are going to stay in the albums because I have no way of displaying that. And here is version 3 of the photo book. I think I like this cover the most, actually. I love the like red eyelash extension she has on the bottom in this. I feel like some of these pictures are the same, but I can't actually remember like if they're identical. I don't think they are. I'm pretty sure for Loop, weren't both of the photo books the same? Like, each version was exactly the same photo book, I think. So at least she does have some variation this time. Yeah, I think we've seen like a lot of these before. I think this is almost like a mashup of both of them, because I feel like there are pictures from each one that I remember. And the credits and the back. Okay, now we do inclusions. I feel like I have truly just an insane amount of these lottery tickets. I do actually have a copy of a winning one. So I'm gonna send that in and see what I actually get from it. I think they said it's a photo card. I don't know if they're still accepting you sending them in or not, but I'm gonna try. But it involves me emailing them and then also physically mailing them the lottery ticket. So I don't have that in the video. That's gonna be probably months ahead. I don't know. I wasn't kidding. I think there's like 15 sticker packs here or something ridiculous. So yeah, if you end up with stickers in anything that you trade or buy from me, don't be surprised, because I have to do something with all of these. We will be making a collage with all of my extra albums and stuff, so I will use them for that as well. Okay, now the part that everyone is probably most excited about. All of the photo cards. And by that I mean like all of them. I'm not done yet. There's so many of them. I have, still not done. So many of them. And these are all just the Korean version. I also have the overseas version, but we'll do that in a second. I feel like I don't even know how to do this. And I am going to make you see exactly how many cards are in all of these, because I just want you to know how many cards I have right now. It's too many. The answer is too many. Okay, obviously there's 4 suits in a full deck of cards. You got one of these little things per album. And I have like the top ones open because there's actually none of the suit cards at the top. It's just all of the actual cards. I would love to do like some kind of like graph on like how many of each suit I actually got. Some of them actually do have Yves pictures on them, so we will be storing those, rest assured. I think it would be fun to figure out how to include like the full deck in the storing, if for nothing else, for the fact that I have like 30 of them at least. Some Gomes didn't send me the full like deck of cards, so I don't have every single full deck from every single thing. Here's the one of the Jokers. Here's the other one for reference. There's one from the red set and then one from one of the black sets. But yeah, I think it would be fun to do something with these because they have like a fun back design too. I just don't know what. Like, it just feels like if I'm gonna be deranged about this, as I clearly was, might as well go the whole mile, you know? Like, why stop now? Okay, so you got the 1 through 10 of the cards, and then each cup came with the... Well, this was a terrible example to start on. What is happening here? I don't even know what's going on. Okay. Why are these like this? So I think you're supposed to get the actual ones from the suit, but these clearly were not, and there's clearly 4 of them. Pretty sure you only got 3 in an album. Of course I started on the one that's absolutely weird. So they all do have the suits around them. I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest, because like, if I'm gonna complain about Mod House doing Polaroids for all of Artemis's stuff, like, it only feels right to say I don't like it for this either, you know? Because I really don't. but I still like her cards. Okay, I don't know what's going on any of these decks apparently, so we're gonna open them all, and it's gonna be a fun time. You know, whatever. Yeah, I feel like I like the playing card aesthetic. Like, I think that's a fun way to do photo cards. I don't know if I necessarily understand what it has to do with this era specifically. Maybe they were just random. Okay, sure. Apparently, I didn't read the descriptions of things. But if you're not new here, that shouldn't surprise you. So we'll do, is this gonna fit? Oh, hell yeah, it's gonna fit. So there's the full spades. Yeah, I think I wish, like, if they had done this with the playing cards, like, I'm fine with that in theory. I just wish they had, like, only done 2 of the corners or something with the suit. Because I feel like most of the decks that I've played with, they only have them in like 2 of the corners. So here's one of the jokers. Put that one there next to the kings for that one. Is this all kings? Yes, okay. So this was all queens of clubs. So that's what this card looks like. I feel like at some point I will cut this and then show you them all when I have them all laid out. So here's another joker. I know the jokers were random, like you didn't get them in all sets, and this was all jacks. But like they didn't honestly seem to be super rare. Like I do have a ton of them. It's not like you're never gonna find them kind of thing. Like they seem to be pretty prolific throughout the sorting. Okay, so here are the diamonds. Again, deck of cards. And then this was not random at all, even slightly. Where are diamonds? Diamonds go here. Okay, I pulled out all of the diamonds, or at least all of the cards that were in the diamond packs, but obviously there's some hearts as well. I do think it's really funny that they went for this whole like playing card aesthetic, and then you can't, like, you couldn't even play with the decks. Like if you wanted to include the selfie cards as part of your deck, you still couldn't play a game of cards with the deck because they didn't include aces. And like I didn't notice that until I was like figuring out what they included for this video. But I was like, wait a minute, you can't play with this deck of cards. So here's the hearts. A deck of hearts, but I just think it's so funny that they went for this and then they were like, well, you could play with them, and I'm like, no you can't, unless there are like a ton of card games out there that I'm not aware of that don't require you to actually have aces. And here is the last one for the set, and the last pack of hearts had all of the king of diamonds. So in literally just the card packs that I got from the pre-order albums, I already have the full set, which means every single other card that I'm about to show you is already a duplicate. This is so absurd. This is so ridiculous. This is so many cards. All right, I will be back when I have sorted all of these, because I truly think you need to see just how insane this actually is. Like I have this set here, which I actually think is a complete full set that I got from one of the Gomes. There's this entire box, which I'm fairly certain is just all selfies. I don't think there's any playing cards in this. And then there's also all 4 of these, which I'm fairly certain is also all just selfies. So give me like, oh, this is gonna take me like 10 minutes. So give me 10 minutes, I'll be back. Okay, welcome back. All of these piles are like roughly about the same. So yeah, pulls are about even across the era. I didn't count all of these. I counted one of the stacks. I counted the Jack of Spades, and there's 20 of those, so I would say I have roughly 20 of each card. Oh, this is so many of them. Well, and I guess better news for me, I don't have that many of the overseas versions, so there's a more reasonable amount of these. I only have like 2 dupes. I think there's 2 dupes. So let's get all these off of here and go do those. Okay, and of course I got 6 overseas albums and I still didn't pull all of them, so I did have to trade for one of the sets. This is the Hearts. Okay, so there is the heart set. Oh, this one is still taped. So there is the Joker and then the heart with her on it. So we can put these like this. And then we have the actual set. So we have the King, Queen, Jack. Oh, that's not right. And then we have the spades. So we have the first card again, the Joker for this set. And then here is the spades. So Queen, King. We do have another set of the spades as well. Oh, I screwed this up entirely. I was like, why does that look weird? I know what a set of cards looks like. Here is diamonds. Here's the king, Jack and Queen. And last but not least, the spades. This one has a Joker as well. So Jack, Queen, King. I love this look so much. One of my favorites from the era, probably. Nope, that one goes that way. And then I have a second of the spades as well. So there is that. Okay, so here's the entire overseas card set version, whatever. I'm so thankful I don't have to open any more of those packs of cards. So sorry to Gomes that had to do that. That must have been awful. I'll be honest, I haven't really considered even slightly how these are gonna go in the binder. There's so many outfits for this era, especially with Pobs, so we'll see. Let's do the big stuff. Let's do all of the Pobs. So if you think there are a lot of album cards, there are also a lot of Pobs from this era. Not quite as many as like Artemis or Lucemble or anything like that, but it was more than Loop. And I'll be honest, I got towards the end and I was like, you girl, stop, please. Please stop announcing events. I'm tired. I don't think there's gonna be like a perfect order to these because I don't think I ordered them exactly in order from Gomes. I chose like 3 or 4 Gomes and just ordered from a bunch of them. So let's do all of this. I think I at least know where the pre-orders are, so we can start with those because these are all the pre-orders. So let's do those first. Okay, so these are all of the actual pre-order events, so before the album came out, and there was no like fan sign or anything attached to them. Am I going to remember what all of these cards are? No. Am I going to put all of them on screen? Also probably not. But if you'd like to know what anything specifically is, I can either link you to a template or you can ask in the comments down below and find out what each card is. If they're on the back, we can find out that way. So these are all of the pre-order events. I'm sure I know Make Star is in here. I know K-Town for You is one of them. So this is one of the sets. Let's do this so they don't overlap each other. I don't really have the wherewithal to take them out of exact size sleeves, so if they're in sleeves like this, they're gonna stay in the sleeves. I also like the star hollows on them. Maybe I'll get hollows to do Yves. I love these double-sided ones. This is Soundwave. These are actually labeled. This is Make Star. I like, at least for most of Yves' sets, it's 2 cards per event. Like, I don't think there were any events where they weren't in sets of 2. I don't know which one this one is. Maybe Yes24? I feel like Yes24 is usually a pre-order site. And then I'm fairly certain this is K-Town for You, because I've heard people talk about these cards. But yeah, I'm pretty sure all of her events were in 2s and 4s, which is going to make it really weird to put in a 9 pocket. I will admit that. We'll burn that bridge when we get to it. Okay, so this is the first event I pulled out. Most of these came in like offline and online. Again, I don't really remember which set was which. I will try. I'll link a template down below. That would probably be helpful for people. But speaking of specifically these gun cards, now feels like a great opportunity to talk about collecting Yves and how insane some of you guys are. Like, it's really funny. I think it was one of those like confession accounts on Instagram about collecting and stuff. And they were like, I don't know why you guys join group orders anymore. Like, you'll just be able to find the pops later for like a quarter of the price or whatever. And I'm sitting here looking at some of these cards and I'm like, who are you collecting, my guy? Like, these are not easy to find afterwards for the most part. And I just think I think we need to rein in like how insane Yves pop pricing is. Like, guys, her album sells fine. Why do I go on Mercari and see a pop for like $60? I'm not exaggerating. $60. Like, it's a, oh, there were more album cards. Are there more album cards in here? This is too many. Okay, so there were more. I'm not pulling the stack back out. You're just gonna have to envision them being in that stack. I'm not doing it again. Like, I just don't know what it is about Yves that like makes people be like, I'm gonna price one of her pobs. Like, I think I saw one of these gun cards and someone wanted like $45 for it. Like, we cannot be doing that, guys. That is insane. These must be, is it Jump Up that has the weird sized cards? There was ones from Loop era that were this like kind of skinny ones too. I think it's Jump Up, but I don't actually remember. Like, I think I was talking to someone on Instagram about collecting Yves, and they were like, yeah, Yves kind of like like the Wanyang of, oh, that was the pull tab. Like, why are her cards so much more expensive? So this is, I will never forget what these are. These are the Everline set. It was this event, offline and online. It was the only event that I didn't actually join for in the era, and that haunted me for many months. And I feel like this goes to like show how kind of insane it is to collect Yves. So I did not actually join for this event, and it was the only event that I didn't actively join for because it was the exact same week that Stray Kids tickets were on sale for their World Tour this year. And I had no idea how much tickets were going to be. This is one of the versions, and then I have the other one right here. So I was like, okay, like, surely they're not going to be that hard to find secondhand. Like, I can still do this video. I'll just buy these two like afterwards. Yeah, that was a mistake. I got this card. Yeah, it was this one. I got this card in the mail on Tuesday. I am filming this on Thursday. That is how long it took me to find this card for not, I do think I saw, I think it might have been a set of these two, and it was like $60. And I was like, I'm not paying that much money for a bob. So I did eventually find this card. Thank goodness. So we do have asterisks, basically a complete set of cards here. But it's just like, why? Why are they priced like this, guys? And I don't even like necessarily have a solution to this. I'm just kind of like complaining, basically. So this was a Loop era, I think this might be Aladdin from Loop. I won this in a giveaway because I joined so many of the group orders that I ended up winning this. So that's from Loop. I do actually already have that one because I joined all pre-orders for Loop, so I will probably try to trade it for, I guess, another Yves card. So this one is Music and Drama. I don't know, again, I don't really have like a solution to the problem, which I feel bad about complaining about things when I don't have a solution for them, but it's just frustrating to collect Yves. When like, this is basically the option in order to do that. Like the reason I decided that I was going to buy all of the Pobs for this era was because of how hard like Loop era cards were to get. And now I'm like, oh, so that's not gonna change. Like we're never gonna be like sane about Yves cards. I am gonna start stacking these. I might post a picture on my collection account that's just like every Yves Pob from this era. I think that would be a really fun collection post. I don't frequently post collection posts, but I do think that would be a fun one. And yeah, I guess I feel really blessed that I'm in a financial position to be able to buy all of these events. It's just frustrating to have to do so, I guess. I don't know. I like collecting because I like the hunt for cards and stuff. But it just feels like that's really unattainable if you don't get them, like when they drop. Your options are, they're either like $45 or people only want to trade them. Which, speaking of only want to trade cards, some of the ones in this stack. Like, especially when stores like don't include like previews or descriptions of what the card is going to be. So you're essentially taking like a random chance. And some of these cards, the random chance, I guess good luck if you didn't pre-order them. These were extras from I think it was the Everline Lucky Draw event. The one where they screwed a bunch of people out of hollow Pobs because they were supposed to be hollow and then they weren't. Luckily, my Grome managed to get her Caddy to cut them up. So I do actually have the hollow versions. Here, the other two, I'm gonna take them out of this sleeve because that's a lot. That's really hard to see through, even just sitting here. So here is that one. So here are the Everline cards that came with those stickers. And let me take them out of the sleeves. So you can see mine are like subtly hollow. It's easier to see on the back, I think. I don't know if it's coming across on camera. But the first time they sent these out, they just weren't hollow. And we were like, what? You can't advertise them as hollow and then not make them hollow. And here are the other two. Honestly, when she decided to do these lucky draws, I was like, oh, sweet. That means it's the end of the era, because they usually do lucky draws at the end of the era. And then it was like, boy, were you wrong. Like, I think this fan play set, especially this one, which was probably the offline one. Like, this was one of those where, like, there was no pre-order, or not pre-order, there was no preview for it. That's the word I'm looking for. I've been filming for like an hour. There was no preview for it, and now people, like, desperately want these cards. And again, I don't know if I have a solution for all of these things I'm voicing out loud, other than like, I feel like stores should give you some indication of what the card looks like. Because I don't know why they don't. I feel like it behooves them, like, business-wise to also do that. Because, like, if you advertise it and it sounds really cute and people are gonna want it, why would you not advertise like what the theme is going to be, you know? I feel like this is another one. This, I have no idea what round this is, but I feel like this is another set that people like really, really want. I know it's one of like the very last ones. Yeah, I don't know. I wish I could tell you that I have like a way to solve all of these problems, but I don't. But I do have a ton of really cute Yves cards now. I don't know. I can't guarantee I'm going to do this again for the next era. I think it kind of depends on like when it happens, what else is going on at that era, or at that time in my life, I guess. Because like this happened around the holidays last year. No one else in K-pop is really doing anything, but we will see. I think it also depends on like how many events she continues to do. Because like this is kind of still an insane amount of events to have cards for. But when you look at other groups, it's really not. Like even just comparing her template to like Choose Strawberry Rush template, she only had like a page and a half to choose like 3 pages. Assuming that Paper Mill continues to not be absolutely insane, I may try to do this next era, but we'll see. Again, it just depends on when it happens and like what's going on. Not gonna make any promises. This was a very random thing for me to do. Because a lot of the fun for me in collecting is like the hunt for the photo cards. And the reason this was kind of insane, like especially for finding the ones that I didn't pre-order, was like I wanted to make this video and I was like, I need to have all of them. And then I ended up not having all of them anyway. I feel like these also did not have a preview and now everybody wants them. I think the solution is just like, you gotta have previews for your store, you know? So here is the other one from that Beat Road set, which is very cute, admittedly. Okay, so minus the Europe fan signs, that is all of the Pobs fan signs, fan calls. The remaining 2 things I have are from the tour. So I got this one from this person. This is the VIP set. Unfortunately, I did not get to go to her tour because she didn't come anywhere close to me. And as a person who like goes to concerts by themselves, I can only like travel long distance for concerts so often before it gets just insanely expensive. Because it's like the closest city that I live to that people regularly come to, and it's not even a guarantee, is Chicago. And that's either like I either have to choose between a 6-hour drive or paying a couple $100s to fly it. And it's like I just can't do that for everyone. So I wait and I hope that Yves will either come at a better time or come to more cities. So here is the trading card set. Where am I even at? I guess I'm here in the stack. And then in classic Yves fashion, all I can think of, every time I see these 2 cards, all I can think of is her Not Friends set, where I swear all of the cards look the same. And I almost thought I didn't have them when I first opened those albums like several years ago. Cause like genuinely one of them is like, if this one and the like one of her eyes was looking a different direction. But that's, every time I see these cards, these 2, I just think of that. And then here are the back designs on these as well. And the last thing I have is this little keychain, which I think was from the Everline Christmas Lucky Draw event, I think. I think there were 2 of these and you got one of them for every 4 cards you got, so I think. I don't actually remember. It's been, well, it's May now, so do the math backwards. It's been a long time since this came out, so I have this one. It's very cute, and I can put it in my Yves binder. Many, many months in the making, many cute Yves cards later. This is all of Yves' I Did cards. That's kind of crazy to just like have them all I know they're stacked, but like to have them all in front of me like this is kind of insane. I'm also just sitting here contemplating how weird this is going to be to store. Because again, most of the sets were like in sets of 2 and 4. And 9 pocket binders don't work that way. So this is going to be a good time. I hope you're excited about storing all of these cards. Okay, now that you've watched to the end of the video, which I have no idea who does. I know there's analytics for that on YouTube. It doesn't concern me. Now that you have watched to the end of the video, if you're hearing me talk about this, surprise, there is a giveaway in this video. Obviously, I have a lot of album cards, so I am going to do a giveaway for the full set of album cards. So there are going to be 5 lucky winners of a full set of the Korean album cards from the I Did album. I do unfortunately have to keep it to US only. It's simply too many cards to ship outside of the US for a reasonable amount of money. So unfortunately I do have to contain it to US residents only. So if you have a US address that I can ship to, or you're in any of the territories that still use the USPS, you are free to enter. If you live overseas and have a US address, I am happy to include you in the giveaway as well. So there's going to be a form down in the description box below that has all of the details about it, what I'm gonna need. You're gonna need an Instagram. I only have an Instagram. That's the only place I'm gonna DM you on it. So that's the only place I will contact you about winning the giveaway. I don't think anyone's gonna try to like scam you out of it. I'm not giving away money or anything, so, but like, just so you know, if you win the giveaway, I will be announcing it and DMing you on my Instagram, so please be following me there. And then any other details and stuff will be in the form down in the description box. As a little thank you for watching this video. Thank you for coming along with me on my Luna collection journey. It hasn't quite been a year of my channel yet, but we're getting really close, and it's still just kind of baffling to me that like more than 500 people have subscribed to my channel and that like thousands of people have watched my silly little K-pop collection, and Luna is a really huge part of that. So thank you guys so much for watching. It really is kind of insane to me that people want to watch my videos and comment and interact. Yeah, it's just really weird to me that like people want to hear me talk about my silly little photo cards and like watch me collect them. It's very cool. So again, giveaway information all in the description box below. US address. Please follow me on Instagram. That's all I can think of right now. I've been filming for like an hour and a half, so I'm sure I'm missing something. All details will be explained down in the form, so please go fill that out if you would like to win a full set of album cards. You'll get the jokers too as well, so. I don't know what is going to be next week. Obviously I have a lot of cards. I've done some changes behind the scenes of my collections and that we need to do some stuff for those. So I don't know what video is going to be next week. It might be sleeving photo cards. It might be reorganizing a collection, which also would involve sleeving photo cards. I am just waiting on the Chew LP at my K-Addy so I can ship all of my pre-order stuff that I have for Chew. So that'll be upcoming as well. I have the MD from Only Cry in the Rain coming. And I actually ran a little group over for that, which is kind of insane to me that people also wanted to join my group order. It's been a very weird week. So we'll probably do that, and I'll open all the trading card packs on here. We'll see pulls. I bought like 30 packs. I bought so many extra packs because I was like, I don't want people to not get the cards they want. I'm so scared. Yeah, so we'll unbox all that stuff on my channel as well. And yeah, so I don't know what's going to be next week. Stay tuned, find out. It'll be something fun. It'll involve photo cards somehow. I'm just not sure in what capacity. Again, thank you so much for watching. Happy Yves I Did era. Here's to many more incredible Yves eras and more incredible music as she gets more and more popular. I'm so excited to see her grow in her solo career. See you guys next week.